Alright, what up guys? Welcome back to the Motorcycle Shed. It's kind of been a hot minute here. I've kind of had some, I don't know, not really like crazy stuff, but my life kind of got a little hectic. A little bit, not really. All in like really positive ways, really, except for just a few minor details. But let's go for a little bit of a ride. We're going to take the bobber, and we've got some stuff going on the Harley. We've been working on the Tahoe, which is the family hauler. And we've been doing some work on the old truck, all of which I kind of intended to film to add some more depth to my videos on YouTube, but I didn't end up filming them for various reasons. But we're going to take the bobber out, we're going to go for a little bit of a ride, and I'm going to just tell you kind of what's been going on in my life. And I don't know, I have no idea what we're going to ride to. I don't even know what direction we're going to go when we get out to the end of the driveway, but we'll figure all that out. Alright, ready? Uno, dos, tres.
Alright, I was trying to play with the settings to see if I could get it to stop sounding like I was breathing so hard. I don't know. The settings on the GoPro really don't seem to make that big of a difference. I don't feel like I'm breathing as hard as it sounds like I am in the video. Had a pair of sunglasses here somewhere. I don't like wearing these sunglasses in my helmet. They're not as comfortable as my other ones, but whatever. Because if I keep messing around with the settings on the GoPro, we're never going to get out of here and we're never going to get any riding in. The old bobber is just a little cold-natured. Yeah, I don't know. Changing the settings on the GoPro didn't really seem to help with the breathing hard thing and the camera, or the mic, I mean. Maybe it's just about the mic placement. See, it's tough because the mic's small, but it's not that small, and it's like I'm limited on options of where to put it inside my helmet. You know, because then it's like, then it starts rubbing on my face, and one, that's annoying, and two, then it kind of messes with the audio that way too. So I don't know, messing with the audio doesn't really seem to make, or the settings on the GoPro doesn't seem to make that much of a difference, so I'm just gonna have to roll with it. And the old bobber's a little cold-natured, not too bad, but a little bit. She always has been, before I ever even did anything to it. She was cold-natured way before I bobbed it, way before I rebuilt the carburetors, any of that. She's just always been cold-natured. I think we're gonna make a left here. First things first, welcome back to the channel. Really appreciate those of you who are watching and have subscribed. I don't have a lot of viewers yet. Yet. We're gonna stay diligent. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I'll start making videos, and I'm like, no, don't be a keyword about it, you know, don't be a wimp. Keep making them, keep going for it, you know. Big shout out to my partner Jesse's family. Yo, Judy, Danny, Grandma Marcy. Big shout out, guys. Love you. They're my main viewers. Big shout out to my older sister, Stephanie. We don't see each other that much. We don't talk as much as we should. She came up for a visit. She came up to see the new baby, and really surprised me because she hit me up with some like details from a couple of my videos, and I was like, holy crap. You know, because I feel like sometimes people are like, oh, I watch, and then you're like, do you really though? That video, you know, has like 2 views. Like, did you actually, yeah, whatever. She hit me up with some details though. Like, hell yeah, big shout out to Stephanie. Actually watching the videos. I can promise you one thing, it is not as easy as you would think that it would be. Like, honest to God, I was like, I'm just gonna buy a GoPro and I'm gonna start making videos, I'm gonna start vlogging, and like, how hard could it yeah, so we went on the Wannabe Gypsy ride, right? The old ride on. We went on our, I guess I could take the shirt off there. Went on our ride. I had a freaking blast. Rained on us that last day, which I have still yet to edit and publish. As of filming this, it's been like, I don't know, 6 weeks maybe since we went on that ride, and I have yet to finish editing and publish all of those videos. A couple of them are out, but so anyway, we get home and we weren't home for long. Let's see, we worked a 4-day rotation. So we get home, we work a 4-day rotation, and the last day of that rotation, I get home at like a little after 9, and we go to bed, and I just knew it. I even told the guys leaving work and gals, I was like, we're gonna have that baby tonight. Like I won't be back to work the next 4-day rotation. Thing is though, I'd said that to them before, so they're like, whatever, but nah, I totally called it, because that night I'm probably gonna mess up the times. Like I can't even remember. It was probably like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe midnight. No, it was like midnight, because I get home a little after 9, and I mean, like, it takes me a minute to wind down from being at work, so it felt like I didn't even really like get to, like, I fell asleep pretty good. Like right when I got to sleep, then boom, it's just like, John, we gotta go. And I'm like, all right, load up. In the Tahoe we go, the old family mobile. So we go, we have the baby. Everything goes really well. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail of that. Silas Hartley Hauser, born August 12th. I'm not even going to try to tell you the weights and the measurements and shit, because I'll just mess them up, and then I'll be in the doghouse for messing them up. She's beautiful, she's perfect. She's not letting us sleep yet, but it's just normal infant stuff. My other 2 daughters love her, Sally and Etta. Sally's 6, Etta's 3. I've talked about them some in the videos, not a whole lot. They love her. I think Etta's a little bit jealous, but not terribly bad. Sally's just all about it. You know, she wants to hold her and help change diapers. What, like 1 to 2 days after we get home from the hospital. So we're in the hospital for 3 days, 3 nights. I guess really, yeah. Anyway, we're in the hospital for like 3 days, and we come home, and 2 days later, the water goes out at the house where we stay there. And it's just like, oh my god, you know, no water. The well shot. We knew the well had some problems. We were like being super conservative with our water. We'd even stop doing laundry at the house. We'd take the laundry to an in-laws, my parents, whatever. We'd just take the laundry to other people's house to do laundry, which was a pain in the ass. But you know, we knew we were having problems, so it wasn't a total shock. It wasn't even a shock at all. And but we went and we stayed with Jesse's mom and stepdad for a minute. We went down to Clemens to stay with her dad for a weekend, and they were like, oh my gosh, you just can't do this anymore. Because no matter how gracious your host is, which all of our hosts were awesome, Carolyn and Stan and Donnie and Delaney, everybody's just awesome. Lots of love. Come stay with us. We'll take care of everything. People feeding us. Like, you know, just, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't. Because no matter how good your hosts are, you just cannot fully relax and be comfortable in someone else's home. And it was just such a bummer because we'd put, especially Jesse, I say we, but really Jesse, put so much effort into this baby's nursery and making sure everything was organized and she had everything that she was going to need, and then we can't even stay there, and it's just a huge bummer. Which way should we go? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick a taco by the toe, we're going to ride. Other things, well, so the truck, Goldie, as my daughter Sally likes to call her. I shouldn't have gone right. I think we're good. Okay. It doesn't matter. I should have told her to go left. It's been way better, but it doesn't matter. to where she wouldn't start. So she kind of, and I hinted at it, so we did that really cool video right before the baby came, like days before the baby came. Jesse and I took the old 68 Chevrolet out for a cruise and a little bit of a date. And I talked about it in that video where it's like, you know, she can click, click, click. And I was like, oh man, it's a starter. I mean, it's been doing it for months. Literally months been doing this. Dumb butt is. I get out and tap on the starter with a wrench or a hammer, just whatever I had handy, and get in, she'd start up, and I'm like, so I was convinced that it was a starter, you know, but it wasn't. It was not at all the starter. I was gonna film me changing the starter out, because let's add some depth to my videos, you know, working on the truck, stuff like that. But I don't know, the timing wasn't right. Like, it takes considerably more time to film something than to just do it. Plus, I had Sally with me, and Sally wanted to help work on the truck. I don't know how I feel about putting my daughter on YouTube. I don't know. I'm still at a crossroads with that. I cannot make up my mind if I want them to be in videos or not. But whatever. I didn't film working on the truck because of that. Well, we get under the truck, I unbolt the starter. I ordered a new starter from Rock Auto because prices on Rock Auto, literally the Rock Auto starter was half the cost of what it would cost at the parts store. Half. So I ordered it off Rock Auto. The only downside of that is you have to wait for it to come in the mail, and you have to mail your core back, like mail the starter. But I take the starter off. And the one I ordered from Rock Auto, I was an idiot. And I went back and looked. At first I thought Rock Auto sent me the wrong thing, and I was PO'd. But before I made a phone call, before I sent an email, anything like that, I checked myself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I was an idiot. It said 3-speed auto. I thought it said 3-speed manual. Basically, I ordered a starter for an automatic transmission. Obviously, that's not going to freaking work. So I go to the parts store and in town, and I get a new starter, and I take it home and I bolt it up, and not that big of a deal. I mean, if you ever put a starter on a truck, especially those older trucks like that, they're so easy to work on. Everything's so easy to get to. Not that big of a deal, but I mean a little bit of effort, you know. And same thing, click, 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 nothing. I'm like, what the hell, you know? So I do a little internet research. Starter solenoid. This thing's got a remote starter solenoid, which I don't even know if that's factory from GM. Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to say. Like, some vehicles had it, some vehicles didn't have it. But you know, the starter has a solenoid on itself. You really need it? I don't know, but it's wired up that way. I'm not going to redo all that wiring. So I go back, I get a starter solenoid, return that starter. Thank God they accepted it back, even though it had been bolted up. They give my core back, put the core back on, change out the starter solenoid, still won't freaking start. Put the multimeter on it, and you know, at this point, Sally's already back to her mama, like, this is like a multi-day adventure. Another reason why I didn't film it is just too much, you know. Put the multimeter on it, Jesse hits the ignition, got 12 volts, no 12 volts, even though she's in the ignition. Okay, so I go back to the parts store. They give me a new starter solenoid. I go back. It takes me 5 minutes to swap them out. Bada bing, bada boom. It was the remote starter solenoid, and they sold me a bad remote starter solenoid. It just ended up. It's like the simplest thing. You're like, oh, this is gonna be really easy. The starter's out on my truck. Easy fix. Give me an hour. That's just the way it goes for me, man. Nothing's ever easy. But truck's good. Truck's good. Truck's fixed. Ready to rock and roll. The well's still out. Tahoe, it needed brake work. No big deal. I knew it needed brake work. And there again, just went on Rock Auto. Literally a third of the cost for the brakes. And I had a caliper hanging up, so we did all new rotors, calipers, and pads. Because why not? And it was literally a third of the cost from rockauto.com. Because that vehicle is crucial to us. So like, now that the baby's here, that's the only vehicle that we have that can haul all of us. whole nother big story. This video is probably getting really lengthy by now. Like, probably way too lengthy. I don't know how much I want to go into this, but it's a motorcycle channel. Like, the channel is supposed to be about motorcycles, so maybe I should edit some of the other shit out and put this in. I don't know. Whatever. So, I thought, especially when I first bought the Super Glide, before it was the Super Tour Glide, I loved how loud it was, man. It had those Reinhardts on it, and I'm telling you right now, like, the Reinhardts, it might as well just be straight pipes. The only difference between it having the Reinhardt slip-ons and being straight pipe is it sounds better with the Reinhardts, like it gives it just this real deep rumble, where if you straight pipe it, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's like rattly and raspy. It just doesn't sound as good. But as far as like decibel level of how loud it is, there's no difference. Like, none. And I thought I liked that. But then, you know, we went on these 2 big long rides, 4 days of 8+ hours a day riding. And it was just, man, literally just too early. I get off of that bike after riding it all day long and I close my eyes and I can hear the damn motorcycle in my ears. And it's just, my ears ring. After those 4-day trips, literally days, my ears ring for days afterwards. And it's just, it's too much, man. Even with earbuds in, like, it's just too much. I mean, like, I really like it loud. I like my bikes loud, but it's just too loud. I want to like a medium. Like, just, can I have a happy medium here? Like, whoa, shit. That's crazy. It's not as quiet as stock, but it's not like freaking blow out your eardrums loud, you know? And that's what that thing is with those Reinhardts. Just blow out your damn eardrum. So I got this bright idea. I was going to buy some baffles. And I wasn't even going to put them in the Reinhardts. I was going to put them in the head pipe. And that's actually what those baffles said to do. If you have slip-ons for best, you know, quieting effect, whatever. And, they had great reviews. You know, my bike still sounds great, but it quieted. Made it a little bit quieter. So I was like, cool, I'm going to go for it. Well, I was an idiot, and I didn't buy the right size. Okay, so they wouldn't fit in the head pipe. So I'm like, the hell with it. I don't want to fool with returning them, getting new ones. I'm going to make this work. Worst mindset ever as far as like mechanicking. Like, don't, and I do this to myself all the time, and I know that. Like, you cannot just make things work. Like, I mean, I guess sometimes you can, but it's like, come on. You can't just make things, whatever. I tried to make them work. The Reinhardt slip-ons, they're not usable anymore. Not without great effort. So I was like, the hell with it. I'm gonna buy a whole new exhaust system. I do not have the money to spend on this, but I'm going to, because kinda neat, because I'm an idiot. I did quite a bit of research. I found this exhaust Super Trap. Super Trap Super Mag is what they call it. They've got this really cool disc system and a closed end cap, or you can buy an open end cap. And I bought the open end cap to go with it. It's got this really cool disc system, so like you can make it quieter or louder, give it more power, less power by taking the disc in and out, putting the open end cap on it, whatever. So I'm going to just play with it and see, get it to a decibel level that I like. You know, where it's got some noise, you can hear me coming, but it's not obnoxiously loud, and my ears aren't bleeding after 8 hours of riding. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who are watching, I love you, and I really appreciate your support. If you're just stumbling across the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. If you've been around for a while, make sure you're hitting the like button, and shoot me a comment. You know, I don't get any comments, so shoot me a comment. Just let me know what you think. If you're like, John, you're boring as hell, shut up, stop making videos, you can comment that. That's cool. Really, I take anything I can get at this point. Until next time, guys, appreciate you tuning in, and I'm gonna make a really big effort. So I've got like several videos that are just out there that have not been edited or posted. I've got to get on the ball here, and you know, I can blame a little bit of that on the baby, like, but not a whole lot. She's not letting us sleep much, so it's kind of hard. Like, so at night, when I would work on videos, editing and posting, that's when the baby's asleep now, and it's just like, how do I justify what little sleep I'm gonna get spending that editing and posting a YouTube video? I don't know, man. It's tough. But I'm just gonna have to suck it up and do it. Like, if I'm gonna make these videos, and if I actually want to start getting some viewers and subscriptions, I gotta be consistent about posting. So I'm just gonna have to suck it up and lose a little bit more sleep to get my videos out there. But till next time, guys,